This is Curran Bhatia speaking with Otto Wallin, who just came off the great fight with Tyson Fury. Otto, you reintroduced yourself to a new audience here. You came forward, you showed heart. So what was it like for you to take on Tyson Fury? What was the whole experience like?
It's been a great experience. It was a big moment for me, to be on the big stage in Las Vegas and fighting the best heavyweight in the world. And I think that I stood up well. I wish I would have won the fight, but at least I gave my all. And you can't be disappointed when you give your all. And I've done everything I can in training in the fight, so I'm still pretty happy with it. But I would have liked to win, of course.
You would have liked to win, but do you take any satisfaction in the fact that you actually landed 127 punches on Tyson Fury, and that's more than Vladimir Klitschko. That's more than Deontay Wilder in their first fight. Do you take any satisfaction in that? Is that like a moral victory in a way?
Yeah, it is. I was happy when I saw those numbers because it's like a proof that I did something very good in there. I landed a lot of shots, and also it shows that we had a good game plan going into the fight. And I'm always happy with my team, and I'm very confident in my team and myself. So I'm happy about it.
And the other thing that you did that I thought you did well as the quote unquote underdog here was that you made it a dirty fight, which is something you want to do when you're the underdog, because you want to make the champion, in this case the lineal champion, you want to make him uncomfortable. And he actually ended up having to get 47 stitches. So do you take pride in that a little bit, that you were able to at least make it uncomfortable? It wasn't a walk in the park by any means. It was a competitive fight, and you made it dirty.
Yeah, but it wasn't a dirty move or anything that opened the cut. It was a punch. But of course, I wanted him to know that he was in a fight, because I think a lot of other guys that he's fought didn't do that. So I wanted to show that I'm there to win and do everything I can to beat him, and wanted to show him that he was in a fight, and I think I did that.
100%. You opened up the cut early with a punch. It definitely was a punch. No doubt about that. The only questionable move, and of course I have to ask, I think it was after the 6th round, you guys were kind of jawing at each other, and then you put your glove up and kind of pawed at the cut a little bit. What happened there?
I haven't watched the fight, so I can't really recall, to be honest. But yeah, I heard other people saying that too. But yeah, I can't really recall it right now. I gotta watch it.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. The ref was kind of trying to break you up, and you put your hand up, trying to get the cut. So I've read reports. Said he wanted to make it dirty, so you wanted to also make it dirty. So I'm guessing that was just in your mindset. Hey, I'm just gonna go for it and try to make this as dirty as possible.
Yeah, I wouldn't say dirty as possible, but it's a fight, and you want to do what you can to win. And like I said, I wanted to show Tyson that he was in a fight, and everybody used dirty moves, and it happens, and it's boxing, and it's part of the game.
The other thing I read that you said was that if it was anyone else, they probably would have stopped the fight. So do you feel that he got a little bit, Tyson Fury, that is, got a little bit of special treatment there, that they didn't stop the fight?
I don't know. I mean, it was a bad cut. He actually had 2 cuts, and it was pretty bad. So I wish they would have stopped it, but I understand why they didn't do it, because he is the champ, and the big draw, and top ranked fighter. Also, Tyson made it. He still was fighting good. So he of course wanted them not to stop it by keep fighting. So he deserves some respect that he still was fighting good with that big cut.
He does, and actually the one other thing that I thought you did really well is in that 12th round, you really went for it all. It was almost like a home run punch in the 12th round, or a series of punches there. Did you feel that in the 12th round that you really needed to knock this guy out, and is that why you came out so aggressively in the last round?
Yeah, because I had a few tough rounds before that, and it was the last round. I just wanted to let it all hang out there, and he wasted a lot of energy in those rounds before, so I knew that he was getting tired. I was getting tired, but I just wanted to leave it all in the ring.
There was one other interesting issue there when we were watching on the broadcast, and that was that Tyson Fury's team originally thought that it was a headbutt. That's what the referee had told them. As we know, the commission went back and reviewed it, and it definitely was a punch. But ESPN went over and kind of asked Fury's team about that, and they ended up informing his team that it was a punch, not a headbutt. Now, I'm just curious, now that you know that, what do you think about that? Because that obviously changes his game plan and his approach if he knows it was a punch versus a headbutt.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why they did that. I read that article yesterday about that, and yeah, I'm not sure what to think about it, but I don't think they should get involved with those kind of questions. So I'm not sure what was going on there.
So looking ahead, you introduced yourself to this mainstream audience. You put on a great performance, and what I said after is that I don't think anyone's looking forward to getting a crack with Otto Wallin because you're a very tough out. You have a really great chin. So the question obviously is, who do you want next? I know that you're probably looking at the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder winner if they are able to get that fight going early next year. Who do you want next?
To be honest, I only had 1 round in 18 months before this fight, so that's what's way too little. But it wasn't my fault. I had some bad luck this last year, so I just want to get back in the ring. Have a few fights, pick up some wins, and just keep developing and getting my experience, and hopefully get in line to fight for one of the world titles. I would love to fight the winner of Fury and Wilder, Joshua Ruiz. So. Yeah, we'll see what's happening.
And after the fight, Andy Ruiz tweeted that he felt he could beat Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury had one hand tied behind his back. What do you make of Andy Ruiz? Is that someone you'd want to fight? And how do you think stylistically that fight would go down?
Yeah, of course I want to fight. I want to fight the guy with the belts, and I want to fight for heavyweight world championship. And Andy has those belts, but I got a lot of respect for Andy. He's a great fighter. And he even texted me after the fight saying that I did a good job and I should be proud of myself. So I respect that. But yeah, I would like to fight him as the other guys. So I think his style is pretty good for me. He's smaller than me, but nothing will come easy. It will take a lot of hard work, but I think I can beat him.
And, of course, the other big name in the heavyweight division, Anthony Joshua, who's taking on Ruiz in the rematch. Would you want to crack eventually at Anthony Joshua? And what do you think about Anthony Joshua?
I think Anthony Joshua is a very good fighter as well. And I think that fight is a 50-50 fight. I think it can go either way. Joshua had Ruiz down the first time. And then I felt like he jumped it a little too soon because Andy wasn't ready to go. And then Anthony got hurt. So it was a real fun fight to watch, and I think it's going to be the same this time. And I don't know who's going to win. I think it's going to be a really tough fight.
You think it's going to be a tough fight? If I had to put a gun to your head, if you had to make a prediction, who's going to win that rematch, Ruiz versus Joshua?
Oh, that's very hard, but if I have to pick someone, I'll pick Ruiz.
The hand speed is always dangerous. And then one more gun to your head question. You were just in the ring with Tyson Fury, so you know him really well. He's obviously going into the rematch, hopefully, with Wilder. We know in the last fight, Wilder found that right hand in the 12th round. What do you make of that rematch? How do you think that fight's going to play out, Wilder versus Fury 2?
I think that Fury is going to outbox him again. But, yeah, Wilder probably is going to watch this fight and think and see a lot of things that I was doing that he would like to do as well. So, but yeah, anything can happen with Wilder, but I would put my money on Fury.
You put your money on Fury, and that's great that you kind of gained some respect there after.
I would say that because Fury, he's come back now. Yes, he was pretty recent out of his retirement when he fought Wilder, and now he's had a couple other fights. He had a tough fight with me. That cut is not too good. We'll see how that's healing up and see what's going to happen with that. But I think I would say Fury anyways.
And being in the ring with Fury, he's always kind of talking to you and trying to get the mental advantage. Did he do that, and did that work at all on you in terms of talking to you or trying to get the mental edge?
No. I mean, he was talking a little bit, but the referee told us not to talk. But I think I had him out of his comfort zone because there was a few times where he was really upset with me. So he would say stuff like, he would cuss at me and stuff. And you don't usually see that with him. So I think what I was doing was working.
You clearly got under his skin and you made him uncomfortable. So after the fight, I know you took a couple of days. You were still in Vegas and kind of enjoying and relaxing as you should and healing. And now you're back in Sweden. What was it like to go back to Sweden? Was it a hero's welcome?
Yeah, it was. It was. I had some media meeting me at the airport, and it's been nice. Yesterday I was in the TV, the morning shows, the radio. So it's been a lot of hype, and people are congratulating me even if I lost. So it feels like a victory in a way.
And how are you dealing with the new? Not that people knew you before, but now a lot of people know you. So it's a new type of fame. How are you dealing with that new type of fame?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I always wanted to prove myself. I was waiting for a shot like this, and finally it came, and I took it. I didn't win, but it was a good fight. And now I just gotta stay focused, train even harder, and then I get ready to beat these guys.
Yeah, no, you showed your heart, you showed your chin, you showed that you're a come forward fighter, that you'd be a tough out for anyone. So just obviously you're gonna take some time now in Sweden and you're gonna get back and rest and recover. So as a timetable for your return, are you gonna wait and see what happens with the Fury Wilder rematch and then decide about when you're gonna come back, maybe next year, spring of next year?
No, I'm not gonna wait for anybody.
Okay.
I need some rest. It was a tough fight, so I need some rest for my head, but I'll be training. But I will take a few months off fighting and sparring. But I'm looking to be back at latest early next year.
Otto Wallin, well, thank you for giving us a great, entertaining fight. It was a great performance. I'm glad you were able to introduce yourself that way to this new audience. And best of luck to you. And hopefully, we'll like you said, we'll see you in the ring sometime soon.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you.